Governor Kasich, this goes to the size of government. In 2013, you pushed through a Medicaid reform in your state over the objections of many of the Republicans in your state. Total enrollment and overall costs of that program have gone well beyond what anyone had expected, including yourself. How can you argue that this overall growth fits in with conservative ambitions to significantly cut back on the size of federal welfare programs?
Well, first of all, those numbers are incorrect. Our Medicaid programs are coming in below cost estimates, and our Medicaid program in the second year grew at 2.5%. And Kimberly, let me tell you, when we expand Medicaid and we treat the mentally ill, then they don't live under a bridge or live in a prison where they cost $22,500 a year. When we take the drug addicted and we treat them in the prisons, we stop the revolving door of people in and out of prisons, and we save $22,500 a year. Guess what else? They get their lives back. And the working poor, they're now getting health care. And you know that about a third of the people who are now getting that health care are people who are suffering very serious illnesses, particularly cancer. So what I would tell you is we've gone from an $8 billion hole to a $2 billion surplus. We've cut taxes by more than any governor in America, by $5 billion. We have grown the number of jobs by 400,000 private sector jobs since I've been governor. Our credit is strong, our pensions are strong, and frankly, we leave no one behind. Economic growth is not an end unto itself. We want everyone to rise, and we will make them personally responsible for the help that they get. And that is exactly the program we're driving in Ohio. And, boy, people ought to look at Ohio because it's got the good formula.
Governor Bush, I've got a question for you, but you want to jump in, so please. Can I jump in, and then I've got a question for you.
Look, I admire the fact that Governor Kasich is supporting spending more money on drug treatment and mental health. I think that's a high priority all across this country. But expanding Obamacare is what we're talking about. And Obamacare's expansion, even though the federal government is paying for the great majority of it, is creating further debt on the backs of our children and grandchildren. We should be fighting Obamacare, repealing Obamacare, replacing it with something totally different. When I was as a private citizen, Florida was confronted with this choice. The governor was supportive of doing what John did. So was the Florida Senate. A committed Speaker of the House asked me to go as a private citizen to make the case against the expansion. I did, and it wasn't expanded there, just as it wasn't expanded in South Carolina under Governor Haley.
Real quickly, jump in.
Yeah,
and I got a question for Governor Bush, but jump in.
First of all, when Jeb was governor, his first 4 years as governor, his Medicaid program grew twice as fast as mine, okay? It's just a fact. Now, with Obamacare, I've not only sued the administration, I did not set up an exchange, and he knows that I'm not for Obamacare, never have been. But here's interesting about Medicaid. You know who expanded Medicaid 5 times to try to help the folks and give them opportunities so they could rise and get a job? President Ronald Reagan. Now, the fact of the matter is we expanded to get people on their feet, and once they're on their feet, we are giving them the training and the efforts that they need to be able to get work and pull out of that situation. That's what we're doing in our state.
South Carolinians need to know this because the Cato Institute, which grades governors based on their spending, rank him right at the bottom.
Governor Bush, fine.
And Governor Haley's ranked at the top.
Let me get a question to you on that. I understand.
Let me finish this.
Wait. Hold on, Major.
South Carolinians want to make sure that they elect the most conservative governor or candidate that can win.
Let me
I'd like to tell you a question on economic growth, Governor Bush.
Major, I got to correct the record. And the fact of the matter is, we went from an $8 billion hole to a $2 billion surplus. We're up 400,000 jobs. Our credit is rock solid. And I don't know, look, the bottom line is the people of this country and this state want to see everybody rise, and they want to see unity. And I don't want to get into all this fighting tonight because people are frankly sick of the negative campaigning, and I'm going to stay positive about what I want to do.
From the perspective of economic growth,